Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew and I'm here to talk about manifesting using my own tried and tested experiences for what have and haven't worked for me. Today's topic is going to be making them reach out or having them conform to reach out or having them reach out in a certain way that is more desirable, anything along those lines. I had originally was going to avoid doing SP specific videos for a little while just because I had some other things in mind, but I need to wait for stuff to happen for them to be posted. And I just thought I might as well wait until my channel goes bigger. But then I just woke up this morning and thought, no, I'm going to do it today. So when you want someone to reach out, it could be like a new person, it could be an ex, it could be a friend, and a relative you haven't spoken to in ages, it could be literally anybody. There's multiple things that you need to sort of ensure. Obviously, none of these have to be like perfect, but they need to be sort of like considered and or worked on. So first off, it depends on the person that you want to reach out, and it depends on your relationship with them. So if it's just a relative that you haven't seen in a while, obviously there's going to be a lot less like resistance when it comes to that. So it might be a bit easier. But if it's like an ex, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult depending on your self-concept. So that's the first pointer, is your self-concept. You need to become or be someone that they would want to reach out to. You need to, if it's an ex, you need to make sure that the story that you hold of them is that they like adore you, that you're like the person they want to speak to, that you're amazing in their eyes, that they can't live without you, anything like those kind of things. But you also need to have a self-concept of like, of course that anyone would want to reach out to me, I'm amazing, I'm this, I am that. You need to have these like, I am amazing, I am sought after, people want my attention, people want to be around me, all those kind of things. Because you need a high self-concept. You need to see yourself as so amazing that they wouldn't want to do anything but reach out. Obviously, like there's a caveat to that of if you want to live from the end. So if you're wanting them to reach out because you want a relationship with them, or a relationship could work for a family member as well, not just a like romantic relationship. You need to live in the end of a sense of, a lot of your affirmations need to be, we are this, like in this loving relationship, or I have regular healthy contact with a parent if you haven't seen them for a while, or something like that. You need to live from the end. But that's not to say that you can affirm sort of not the middle. You don't want to do it bit by bit, but you could affirm things that would happen in a relationship. So like in a relationship, of course they're going to reach out to you. So like, of course so and so reaches out to me, we're in a happy loving relationship, or of course they reach out to me, they love talking to me, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like, you're not manifesting a text specifically, you're just manifesting things that are involved in that relationship. So that's the first thing, is self-concept. It's very, very important. Second thing is techniques. Now, techniques aren't like manifesting, so to speak. They are getting you to live from the end. So when you're scripting, obviously you're scripting as if it's already happened. So and so reached out to me. If you're visualizing them reaching out to you, or like what happens after they've reached out and everything. What techniques are done there for is to get you in the state of being the person that has this thing. So if you're affirming like, oh, they reach out to me all the time. Of course they reach out to me. They reach out to me daily. They reach out to me, like they love speaking. You're speaking from a state of, this is already happening. Same thing with affirming, visualizing, scripting, anything like that. I said affirming twice. But so the techniques are only there to get you into that state. So do as many techniques as you need. Do the ones that you like. Do anything that will help you get into that state. But just because you're doing the technique doesn't mean that it will happen. And that leads me on to my next point of mental diet. If you're trying to manifest someone contacting you, and it's someone that let's just use an ex for this example, and you have like, let's say a decent self-concept, and you're doing the techniques and you feel like you're doing them well, but you don't have a good mental diet in a sense of like, I've done the technique and I feel like I'm amazing, but then you're sitting there thinking, but of course they're not going to want to talk to me because like we broke it off really badly, or because they don't forgive me, or this, that, and the other. If your mental diet is poor, it's really going to affect your manifestation. It's not so to say that like it will stop it, but it definitely will not help, because it's going to get in the way. It's kind of contradicting, and it's going to confuse everything, and it's just going to push it back. So what you need to do is just ensure that your mental diet is on point. Whenever you look at your phone and they haven't messaged you yet, don't be like, oh, it's not working, because then you're just going to manifest more of it not working. Or if you see on Instagram, like, I don't know, they posted a picture with someone, just try not to react as best you can. And obviously I explained that and what to do if you do react to my previous video, but try not to react. as best you possibly can, and just try to stay on point with they're mine, they message me, they do this, they that. Like, just try to be the person that has this relationship, because there is lag time. So once you start doing this, you might see slight movement, but it might not be like guaranteed. Like, not guaranteed. That's not what I mean. It might not be like strong enough for you to be like, yeah, no, this is definitely on the way. You might need a little bit more before you can sort of really feel like it's working. And that's why persistence is key. And you just got to keep on it with the mental diet and everything. The other standpoint of that is to expect it without being desperate. Now, every time you check your phone, you should be expecting a message, because obviously if you've managed to saturate your mind enough to say, no, this is happening, they always reach out to me, then of course you should, in theory, have messages from them. However, because there is a lag time, if you check your phone, expect them to message you because you believe that they message you because of how amazing you are and how much they want to reach out and everything like that. But if you do not have the message, you just need to be like, that's fine, maybe they're busy right now. You need to choose what that means. It doesn't, like, every time you have the messages, they're busy right now, they'll message me later. Not, oh God, they're not messaging me, they don't love me, this isn't working, or anything like that. That's desperate. That's you needing their message. But if you do all the affirmations or scripting, whatever it is that you choose to do, and then you check your phone and there is no message, that doesn't mean that it's not working. It just means that, like, there's lag time, and you can choose what that means. You can choose that they're busy. You can choose that they would want to reach out, but maybe they're just thinking the right way to reach out because they don't want to reach out, say the wrong thing, and then you get annoyed and then leave them because they love you so much, or anything like that. Like, you can choose the reason. And I can, from my own personal experience, choosing the reason actually more than often works out in your favor. Not just in a sense of it manifesting, but actually the reality does basically it reflects the reason that you choose as well. I had a similar situation to this where like over a year ago, this is just the example that always comes to mind whenever I speak about choosing the reason. I messaged someone, they read it and then ignored it, and I was like, oh, like, it's late, maybe they just fell asleep, like. And I didn't react. I was just like, oh, they probably just fell asleep, checking it. Like, you know, when you're checking your phone and you're just really struggling, you start nodding off. I was like, that must be what it is. It's like gone 11, like, I don't know, they're busy. They've been had a busy day. And the first thing that I received in the morning was an apology message saying, sorry, I fell asleep. Now, this individual had ignored me quite a lot before. I had a very bad sort of self-concept and everything, because this was when I'd first started getting into it. So I started trying these things, but it didn't quite work. But they ignored me most nights eventually. The messages would be okay, and then at some point it would just like go, and it'd be like, oh, okay. And I would used to sort of take that personally and feel like, oh, they just don't want to talk, yada yada yada. Until I found this, and I was like, no, I'm going to choose the reason this time. And then whether or not all the other nights they had just fallen asleep, in this specific night where I chose the reason that they ignored me was that they fell asleep, they woke up saying, sorry, I fell asleep. So it reflected to me of all the nights that they could have chosen to say that, and it was the one day after I had chosen the reason why they ignored me. So it definitely helps, and it puts you at ease if you can choose a reason, because you feel like you've got more control over the situation, which puts your mind at ease that things are actually okay. So just sort of to recap, your self-concept needs to be on point. You need to affirm, script, visualize, whatever, like how amazing you are. You are the most amazing person. You have the most amazing things. People love being around you. People love your attention. People love your attitude. People love your smile. People love talking to you. People are interested in what you're saying. Like, those kind of things. They're really important because you need to have a good self-concept overall, regardless, because obviously it's just nicer to live life when everyone treats you nicely. It might be one thing to have, if you affirm for this specific person, they treat you nicely because you affirmed it, but then everybody else around you treats you like crap, then it's not really not worth living, but it's just not a life that is as good as it could be. So you need to affirm you need to affirm self-concept in everything. Like, you are the best at your job, you are the most amazing person, you are the best singer, anything, whatever it is that you like to do, you need to affirm a self-concept that you're amazing at it. And this includes with people. You need to affirm that you turn heads on people's part, that you walk past in the street. People love hearing you talk because they love knowing what you have to say, like those kind of things. Because that will reflect on your SP as well. I know a lot of people want to affirm all for their SP because they're panicked that they won't get it or that the person won't conform. But if you have a great self-concept and you see how amazing you are, because everyone is you pushed out, they will be affected by that as well. Then you need to obviously do your technique, personal technique, whatever is nice for you, for them as well. So of course, so-and-so reaches out to me all the time. They love talking to me. Of course, I am the only person they think about. I'm the only person they think about when they wake up and when they fall asleep. They're dying to speak to me. They miss me when I'm not, like anything like that. You need to affirm, because the two of those things together, I love myself and I'm amazing. This person loves me and knows I'm amazing. Put together, it's just going to get you what you want so much quicker. And it makes you feel so much better when things happen that you don't want to happen, because they could be just the result, or they are just the results of previous thoughts. So that's the first thing. So self-concept and affirming for them, or your technique for them. And obviously, yeah, I mentioned techniques earlier, so just do the technique. Then you need to keep your mental diet. So, and this obviously goes on to the desperation point. If you don't have a message from them, that's okay. Choose the meaning, get on with your day. Do whatever technique you need to. If you feel like you can't get it out of your head that they're not messaging you, just do a little rampage, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, and get on with it. Keep a mental diet. Whenever you think about them telling you how much they love you, or telling you how much they miss you, or anything like that, whatever it is that you sort of want to really happen. And then get on with it. That is, anytime you have a thought about them, think of a good thing. That is all you have to do for mental diet. Is that simple. If you find yourself thinking of them, like saying, no, I don't want to be with you, just stop that thought as soon as you can, and then just reverse it. Just hear them say, oh, no, I love you, or see them say that, or script that they say that, or anything like that. Just switch the narrative. And that is it. It is that simple. And I guarantee you will get results so fast. If you can put all of these things into practice, you will get results so incredibly fast. It is unbelievable, because you have the power to create your reality. You assume your reality. So if you manage to, and it's dominant thought. So if you're dominantly thinking one thing, it happens so fast. So fast. And I'll give an example. This isn't to do with an SP, but this is just something that like I did lately, which I thought was like really interesting, and it did make me giggle. I've been trying to sell a controller of mine that I don't need anymore, because I've moved house and I was just getting rid of like a few little bits. This controller, it was a nice controller, but it wasn't really one that people would want, you know. It's just kind of like, just one of those like third-party ones that had a little Pikachu on it, I don't know, and no one wanted it, and I didn't care, because it was what it was. I did like a little money rampage thing the other day, because even though money's not a thing, like a problem, I just do more of it. I do the same with my relationship. I do the same with like my self-concept. Every now and then I'll just do like an affirmations rampage, just to bump it up a bit, just to get more money, or to get more of whatever I want. And I did that. And in my affirmations rampage, I spoke about how I get money in expected and unexpected ways, which is one of my favorite money manifesting affirmations, purely because it just means that it can come from anywhere. And I literally, I did that, and then the next day I had an offer put in for this controller. I'd been trying to sell this controller for ages with nothing, not a single person message. And then the day after I did that, I got this controller, and I can assure you that was definitely an unexpected way of me receiving money, because I had not a single part of me thought that controller was going to sell. I literally just left it up for sale because I was just like, well, it doesn't bother me whether it's up there or not. Like, and it, like, I had an offer put in the day after, and it was just really weird for me, because I had no intentions of that selling, and there we go. So that's just one of those instances where things can really just turn around like that if you stay on it. Now, all I did was just do a few affirmations, but because it wasn't like, I didn't sit there dwelling on it going like, oh, it's not going to sell, it's not going to sell, it's not going to sell. All I did was, I get money in all these different ways, and the universe was like, cool, yeah, you do, you know that controller? Gone. And that was that, and it was just easy for me. So it's actually quite a long video compared to sort of my usuals, I'm pretty sure, but self-concept, techniques, mental diet, don't be desperate. Those four things, and they're not difficult things to do. Just affirm a few times a day, or script whatever, a few times a day. Anytime you have a bad thought about this person, just switch the narrative, tell them, like, of them telling you they love you instead. And that's basically it. It is so simple, and you will get results so fast. But again, live from the end. So if you get, like, if you need your self-concept to be high because you want them to continue messaging you, it's very rare that people will want just one message. So if you affirm that they message you, they might message you. But if that's all you've been affirming, you might only get one message, or the message won't be what you want. You need to have a self-concept and like a concept of them that's really loving. So then the messages will come through, and they'll be like, they always message me, they're constantly messaging you. That will then create more of that. It'll create momentum and everything, and it will set the concept of them that they want to talk to you all the time. Because if you put like, they message me, they could just be asking you for their jumper bag. It's still a message, you got what you want, but it's not the kind of message you want. So you need to make sure that when you're affirming, or whatever it is you do, that you are living from the end of, they not just message me, but they message me because they can't stop thinking about me. They message me because they adore me, like that kind of thing. So I really hope this video helped. It is quite a bit longer than my normals, but I really hope this video helped. If you follow these rules, you will get, or follow these tips, you'll get like what you want so quickly. If you could like, comment, subscribe, that really helps me out, and I have a lot of fun doing this. And yeah, I'll speak to you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.